So, for those that didn't see, Andamiro released this. I actually didn't see this. So 15 hours ago, they put this out. And just says down here, choose your freedom or chase your freedom. And GMT time was 9 o'clock, I guess. And it says after 7:48, which is 1948, I believe, in military time. I don't remember. I was here. Oh, Peel replied to me. What the fuck? I'm your pan. What the fuck? Jeez. So they released that, and then they released apparently this. I didn't even see this. What does this say? I can't even read that. It's so small and I can't extend it. Does anyone know what this says? There's also lyrics down here, I think, or something down here. What does this say? I can't even read that. Posterius? You can open the image in another tab. Posterius? What does that mean? Dude, I have to like your there's like blank letters. You're lit is not what? The blank letters spell out the Roman numerals. You're livid? I'm so confused. Your limit? Your limit is not over yet? Is that what it's trying to say? It says you're finished. Your limit is not gone yet? Exceed your pain. Violence is here. Do not avoid. If you isolate yourself, it would be here right now. Okay. I didn't see this, by the way. Like this is news to me. This little bit. That's pretty edgy, not gonna lie. Animero's getting a little edgy here on us. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. I'm also gonna take this. Chase your freedom. After. I'm gathering any information I can, chat. Alright, let's go look at this video. It's 50 seconds long. It's titled MCMXLV8. I'm assuming that that's just Roman numerals for 1948. The only problem is that it released on April Fool's in Korea. Well, yeah, that's the very first and most obvious thing, is this is released on April Fool's Day. So, I'm going to see what the video is. I only saw a couple seconds of it, and I was like, you know what? I want to save this. I want to save it, and I want to react to it on stream. So I only saw a few seconds of the intro. Let me see it. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on this. Everyone get your high YouTubes out. Hold on. Alright. I'm going to look at this from the beginning to the end. And then after that, I'm going to analyze the living shit out of it. Okay? Is the hype train done yet? Okay, it's done. It's done. Jeez. Runes of the past will be forsaken. Ready for the new fight to destroy your limit. Single 27.
When the moment lasts long.
No. No. This is 100% an April Fool's joke, chat. This is 100% an April Fool's joke. You saw it here first. Watch this Watch this. If this ever comes out, watch this video. And remember, all right, do I need to enhance this? This is an April Fool's joke. 150% going to be an April Fool's joke. You saw it here first. Okay? That's not real. That's not going to happen. It's way too soon for a 29. Let alone a single 27. Like, come on. I don't buy that. I don't buy this. This is fake. There's no way this is real. Okay, now I'm going to analyze this. Dude. It's coming out in April of next year. So 1 year from now. Okay. Fucking Animero, dude.
Walking through the fields.
You want to full screen it? Okay.
When the moment lasts long.
I'm looking for any little thing. Let the 1948 starts. God, the translations, dude. I can't take it seriously with the translations, dude. Let the 1948 starts. Okay. There's a couple things here that make it like really questionable on if this is real or not, or an April Fool's joke. Okay, so the title of the song is kind of weird, first off. If it's a remix of 1949 and 1950, why would they go back and call it 1948? It's a little weird. That's probably like the least... that's the smallest issue I have. Why not call it 1999? All right, that's my first issue. But the bigger issue is the step artist down here. Why would Sunny... Of all step artists, why would Sunny all of a sudden make a D29 and a S27? What is the hardest chart Sunny has ever made in all of Pump It Up? What's the hardest thing he's ever written? Like Windforce, XC, Fems, I think Conrad is up there. I don't know off the top of my head, but Windforce and XC and Fems, because they've for sure made hard charts. Composed by Slam, visualized by Lyrebird Ferdinand. There's nothing that I've caught that's hidden. And that's the end of the video. Okay. Coming soon. Show more. Maybe soon. Chat. They're 150% trolling you. This is released on April 1st in Korea. March 31st for us. April 1st for Korea. Coming soon. Maybe soon. You can use comma for going back 1 frame at a time. Oh, yeah. I always forget about that. Thanks, dude. I think I think that the song is legit. I think it's a legitimate song. But I think the ratings, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Walking through the fields. When the moment lasts long.
See, the thing is, like, that preview doesn't, it's a unique song. It doesn't have, that bit that they showed was 100% unique. It had no samples, nothing from 1949 and 1950. Which means it's its own, it's not a remix. It's an arcade song if it's going to be unique. And this is just obviously judging off of what we have. So I think it's a real song by Slam, but I think this rating right here is a joke. I don't think this is real. Especially if this is an arcade song. Why, guys, why would they release 1949, an arcade D28 that still hasn't been passed, and it's almost been out for a year? Actually, as a matter of fact, when did 1949 come out? That's not a good search. Wait, it's right there. Yeah, about a year ago. We're coming up on a year. This is when they changed the chart a little bit. That was 5 months ago. About a year ago, it came out. It's been out a year or so, and no one's passed it. It's ridiculously hard. It's stupid hard. And they're going to all of a sudden release a S27 in arcade along with the D29 in arcade when no one's passed an arcade D28. Seems weird. All this seems very weird and lined up in a very odd way, if you ask me.
When the moment lasts long.
Well, we all thought 1949 was a D27, but boom, it's a D28. Yeah, when I first saw the trailer for it, like the first few seconds that they showed on the original trailer, I thought it was a 27. I was like, it's probably a 27, but it could be a 28, but I had my doubts about it from what I saw in the trailer. I was trying to think about it, but the thing with this is it's like, guys, they could have released this at any time, any day, any time, right? And they choose to release this video and announce all of this right on April Fool's Day. So I don't buy this for like a second, dude. I think, again, like, I think that the song is real and it's gonna come out probably, but I think the ratings are the joke. This I don't know about that one, boys. I don't know about those two. If it's a remix between the two, like, why is the preview show? It's a completely unique sounding section. What remix has an entire section this long that sounds nothing like the two songs that it's remixing? There is not a single sample from any of the two songs that people are claiming it's a remix of. Turns out to be a D30. Maybe Animero's just bored because of the lockdown. This song's coming out next year in April, apparently. If there's a new mix next year, then it's possible. Here's the other thing, too, that makes me really sus. All right, chat? All right, so this is something me and Fafems were talking about when he was out here. All right, hear me out here, chat. All right, here's another very suspicious thing. All right, so the first D27 was Vacuum Cleaner. That came out in 2011. Okay? Vacuum Cleaner came out in 2011 during Fiesta. I don't know which Fiesta, but Fiesta nonetheless. Okay, when did the next boss song come out? 1950. 2015. Okay? And then they came out with, what was the other one? Paradox, right? Paradox came out. Wait, it's Vacuum Cleaner. And then the 27s were kind of weird. 2011's Vacuum Cleaner. 2015 was 1950, I think it was. And then along with that, they put Paradox out too. And then Shub is another weird one. The thing that's weird about it is, like, I wasn't around when 1950 came out officially, so I don't know if they made a big deal about it. The same with Vacuum Cleaner, but the point being, 2011 was Vacuum Cleaner, 2015 was Paradox, and then 2019 was 1949. So my point being, that's where I was getting at. Sorry, I worded it wrong because of the 27s. So a 27 came out in 2011. A 28 came out in 2015, and then they came out with another 28 in 2019 because 28 going from 27, 28 to 29 is a pretty big gap. So they made another 28. An arcade 28 was a big gimmick about 1949, and now they're gonna come out with a D29 a year later. Like, it's supposed to be in increments of 4 from the pattern that Andromero's been doing. Yes, they've released other boss songs in between, but it hasn't been, like, groundbreaking boss songs. I'm talking groundbreaking ones. Like, Vacuum Cleaner was the first D27 to ever come out, and that was in 2011. And then the first D28 to ever come out was the remix category for Paradox in 2015. And then the first arcade 28 came out in 2019. And then here we are now in 2020, and they're claiming in 2021, which is still 2 years from now, or 2 years from 1949's release, that a 29 is coming out. That's, again, suspicious. So the release, the gap of release between the difficulties is suspicious. The coming soon, maybe soon, is suspicious. The biggest sus is the time and date of this being released, being April Fool's in Korea. And that's 3 strikes right there. And the step artist is extremely suspicious. So that's 4 things that are aiming to lean me towards the fact that the belief that this is a April Fool's joke. Could it be a real song? Yeah, I think it could be a real song. I think the song could definitely come out. But I don't know about those difficulties. Would you say there's a glimmer chance that this might be real? It could be real. Andromero does random wild shit that people don't expect. People did not expect them to do a full re-rating of the entire game's difficulties because they thought it would fuck up YouTube and, you know, people searching charts and getting confused between charts, and they did it anyway. People didn't expect online matching to ever be a thing, and they threw that curveball at us. They recalibrated or re-stepped a couple charts. No one ever thought that would happen. They did that with Tauntaun Men. They did it with 1949. They did it with Black Swan, and they could very well do it with more charts. There's many things that Andromero's done in the past that no one ever suspected would be real. This could be real. I ain't gonna tell you guys this is 100% fake. I think, personally, I think it's fake. Like, 150% believe it's fake. I don't think it's real. But that doesn't make it fact. The typeface isn't the same either for Sunny. Oh, like the font? Yeah, you're right. It is kind of off. But the other suspicious thing is it's just there's no samples of 1949, 1950 in it. Kind of weird. It's like a full unique thing, which would point towards it being an arcade song, which that's like that right there for me is a dead giveaway of like no. Are you really gonna think they're gonna put out a arcade D29? I think the chance of it being an actual song is quite legit. Yeah, I think it's a legitimate song. I could see it being a legitimate song. The BPM speaks itself. Oh, 240, dude. 240. What do the comments say? Yes, true. World Pump Festival 20. I don't think that's gonna happen, but that'd be really cool. You can only hear the sounds of arcade pads crying for mercy. 240 BPM runs. The only thing that makes me think it could be real, you want to hear my reasons on why I think it might be real? They said that it's coming out a year from now. They didn't showcase any charts. They just announced that Sunny is apparently the step artist. If this is real, the only thing that makes it believable is that it's coming out a year from now. And from what I've heard from FFMs, XC, Windforce, when I was out in Korea, I asked them a couple questions. I wanted to hear like how things work with like stepping and what their process is. Apparently, Paradox took them about 9 months to a year of a bunch of testing and charting and a lot of like altering. Like they had to change a lot of stuff in it and like test it over and over and over and make sure that it was like actually like possible and not bad, basically. 1949 was the same thing. It took them a really long time because they made it, and then they obviously had to change it a lot and tweak it to see like what's realistic and what's not, and then test it on the pad and et cetera, et cetera. So they could be at the early stage right now, which it seems like they are, where they're just like, okay, they got the song made, and they're gonna announce that, and they've picked the step artist being Sunny apparently, and they're saying it's coming out a year from now. So they have a year. They gave themselves 1 year to test it and see, what they can actually do. That's the only thing that I could see to justify this being real. But I don't think that's enough. I don't think it's real. I'm really hoping it's not real because from my perspective, the way I see it, I think Andamiro needs to make more 26s and more 27s before they even think about putting a brand new difficulty cap. I don't think they should put a 29 out. I don't think they should put a 30 out. I think they should put more 26s out. If you look at 25s, like D25s are really solid. There's plenty of D25s in the game. Let's go look. 1 through 20. There's 27 if you count Club Night co-op, because you can play that as a 25. There's 27. Wait, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. I'm an idiot. 23, because you got to take off these ones. 23 D25s. 22 if you don't count Club Night. I think that's a good, healthy amount of 25s. But then if you go over here to 26, then you have this little tiny peepo list here of D26s. You've got, what do we got here? 2 through 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 10. You have 10 26s for doubles, and you have 23 25 doubles. So I think they should definitely crank up the amount of 26s so that we have more variety. And if you go to singles, it's even more of a joke. The singles definitely need some love. You only have 1 26 singles, and then you have 3 25 singles. I think for 25s, they should have... I think there should be, at this point, there should be 10 by now, if you want my honest opinion. The reason that I think there should be more, like way more than what we have now, is that the best players have pretty much mastered these for the most part. I'm pretty sure these have all been S'd. I'm like 100% sure that these have been S'd before. So when you have the hardest, outside of Paradox, for singles, the hardest songs for singles S'd, I think there's a problem. I think you need to have more. You need to have more variety and give people more challenge, because we've already, we're getting to a point now where the skill gap between regular players and top players, the skill ceiling is so high at the very top that it's become a problem with what is available. The D25s are getting double S'd and S'd, if not all of them at this point. They've been S'd, and now they're getting double S'd, and some are getting triple S'd. There definitely needs to be more variety. 24s are looking okay. There could be more. There could be more of anything and everything. But I think, for the sake of, lack of content, 24s are fine. 24s are in a pretty good spot, and the way that they're releasing stuff at the pace they're going, I think it's fine. But 25s, it's getting there. It's it's healthy. But yeah, can we use more? Sure, but it's not a priority to me. I don't think that it's a priority. Then 26s, you're okay, this is pretty lackluster. There's not much going on here. There's very few left. 27s, same thing. I understand that they got to take their time with releasing stuff. What we have now is solid, and there's still not too many people that have passed all of these. Vacuum Cleaner is the easiest one. Numerous people have passed this one. It's pretty much like a hard D26, to be honest with you guys. But I'm fine with the rating. But a lot of people would say it's a hard 26. I think there needs to be more 27s, obviously. But at the same time, I understand. It takes a long time. 28s are fine where they're at. They're fine where they're at. There's still only 4 people in the world that have passed Paradox, and there's currently no one. And there's, I think, only 4 people in the world that have an A, a gray A, on 1949. So, leave 28s alone. Stop cramming out more. Don't focus on more of that or anything above that. Focus on stuff below that.